Do you ever work a 6-hour shift and decide, let's film a YouTube video? Well, that's what I'm doing. So, welcome back to Bookmas. I am so sorry for the lack of videos for the past few days. I have been working, I work at a retail store, and it's the holidays, so it's our busy season. I've just been working nonstop. I just got off a 6-hour shift, I had some dinner, and I was about to go to sleep. I literally took my sleeping meds, but then I was like, what better to do than give the entire world a tour of my bookshelf? So let's go. Alrighty, hi. So I've brought you over to my bookshelf. So these are actually a bunch of crates that me and my dad got from Home Depot, and then we just bolted and screwed them into the wall. I initially had 4, but then I got so many books that we had to expand to 6. I'm probably gonna have to expand to like 8 soon. But yeah, here's my bookshelves. I have kind of genreified it, so you've got like, this is a section, this is a section, this is a section, this is a section, this is a section. So we'll go in and go through each section. So this is my comic book section actually. So over here I have all my Marvel comics. I've read more on like my Marvel app, but these are all the physical ones I have. So I have a Moon Knight one, I have a Young Avengers one, I have an Eternals one, I have a bunch of Eternals, and I have a bunch of Miss Marvel comics. There's like some Fantastic Four, like there's a lot, there's a bunch. And then over here, we have my Paper Girls comic, which I also recommend to every single person I ever see. Please read this book. It's like a sci-fi book about time-traveling lesbians who are also paper girls, which is like paper boys, but they're girls, because like eventually the boys just got tired of waking up early in the morning. That's literally like the premises, and then they get like abducted and they travel through time and like they're lesbians. It's awesome. And we have The Walking Dead. I have all 4 of them, all 4 of the omnibuses, but I'm missing the 3rd because I lent that to a friend. And then we have kind of like similar to my graphic novel section. I have some Funko Pops acting as bookends. All of these are Avatar: The Last Airbender comics and my graphic novels. I've got like some Legend of Korra ones too. And then I've got a Miss Marvel graphic novel. I've got a Spider-Man Miles Morales graphic novel. And then I have The Girl from the Sea, which is like a graphic novel about... Sorry, that cut off. The Girl from the Sea is actually a sapphic graphic novel about a stalking a human falling in love, and just read it. It's by Molly Knox Oystertag, who's actually Andy Stevenson's wife. Andy Stevenson made Nimona and also Shira and the Princesses of Power. Let's move on. So, let's go to the top section. So up here, we actually have my George R.R. Martin section. So I've only ever read Fire and Blood, but I have watched Game of Thrones, and I was so inspired. Like, I loved it so much. I was like, I have to read the books. I know the books are like way more graphic, but like, I've matured myself as a reader to like, I can mentally prepare this. I mentally prepared for myself for this. So I actually bought the new covers that came out, the special edition for the 10-year anniversary. So I've got these cool little graphic covers. It's actually amazing. And I've also got a random copy of New Moon by Stephanie Meyer. My sister has all of them, all of the originals, but like hardcovers. But she just randomly has New Moon, so she gave it to me because she knows I want to read the Twilight books one day. Just like, I want to read them and be like, this is so stupid. And then we have 2 Stranger Things books that I read a long time ago. They're not really fantasy or sci-fi books. Like, they're part of Stranger Things, but they don't really touch on the Stranger Things universe. They just touch on the characters' perspectives. So I have them up here. And I also have these 2 books that I read for school. One is The Handmaid's Tale, which, insane. Please go read that. America's about to become that, y'all. But yeah, The Handmaid's Tale, it's fully annotated. I loved that book so much. I also got a book called Burnham Wood by Eleanor Catton. It's like a thriller book, and I didn't really like it. Now we're finally on the bottom shelves. These bottom 3. Let's move to it. Can I move? So this first little section right here is actually my romance section. So this first book on the end here is actually a hardcover book. It's actually a book by a problematic author, and I actually just press all my flowers in this book because she's problematic and I hate her, and I don't mind ruining this book. do I have? Yeah, see, I just pressed all my flowers in here, and it's actually ruined the book. All the pages are gross in the story. And now I can't fit it back into my shelf. Alright, so I've got this, and then, so this is kind of section, so it's all romance. But right here, these are some sapphic books. So I've got my Kyoshi books. I've got a book called Of Fire and Stars, which is a really cool, like, medieval sapphic book. I've got Clique Q, which is a lesbian, like, small book. It's kind of mid. I've got Make My Wish Come True and She's the Girl by Rachel Limcott and Allison Derrick. They're wives and they're married and they have 2 kids. They're just awesome and I love them and they're great writers. And then I have Some Girls Do. Just again, these are all like sapphic books right here. And then I've got The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. Bald Man As I read that in one day. Then I've got Romancing Mr. Bridgerton, which I actually rated it like 1.5 stars. I don't really like it. And then I have Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, another book I had to read for school. And it was insane. It's fully annotated. I love it so much. I could talk about it for hours. I could make a whole video about it. And then we have All the Bright Places and Girl in Pieces. They're like not really necessarily romance books, but they're more like mental health books, but they're just kind of like cute because there's romance in them. And then, of course, we have the fantasy section, which is my favorite section. Now, George R. R. Martin is kind of fantasy, but like it's not necessarily like fantasy, so I didn't have it connected because it's with the other books. So over here we have my Samantha Shannon books. We have Priory with Your Entry and A Day of Fallen Night. I've only read Priory. I literally just got Day of Fallen Night on Black Friday for sale. I'm in school. It's gonna be like a whole month to read Priory, so I'm gonna wait till I'm like on a break from school to read that one, just like to mentally prepare myself and to just like physically like brain prepare myself. And then we have Circe by Madeline Miller. Again, kind of like Greek mythology, but again, it's kind of like fantasy. And then this is actually a book that is not out yet, but my friend who works at a bookstore got that for me for free, so we're not going to talk about that. Okay, over here we have all of my Hunger Games books. They're more like dystopia, but they just kind of fit in this section. Then we have Babel, which is my current read on my TBR. I'm about 150 pages in. It's awesome. I recommend it. Then we have Six of Crows. I also bought this recently. I have not gotten Craig Kingdom yet because I want to read Six of Crows first to figure out how I feel about it. And then we have the last kind of bit of our fantasy section, which is all like one section. It's my Rick Riordan section. So we have Chalice of the Gods, Son of the Star, and then we have all of Percy Jackson and the Olympians and Heroes of Olympus. They're all just kind of like bunched together, but like it doesn't all fit on one shelf. So like Chalice of the Gods kind of goes over here. So it's like, yeah, fantasy section, and then it's like Rick. I still need to get some other books. I probably don't really plan on reading Trials of Apollo. I've heard like good things about it, but I just don't want to. I just can't bring myself to read it. I've read like 10 pages of the first book, and I'm like, you know. So I've just been like listening to like the Will and Nico parts on audiobook, and that's about it. But I do want to get Wrath of the Tripled Goddess. And then, oh, I forgot to mention, I do have a poetry section. I only have 3 poetry books, but I do have a poetry section. It's up here. I have a Robin Funko Pop by Stern. It's her season 4 look from when she has a job at the the movie rental place. And then I've got a Ruby Carr book, and I've got some other poetry books here. And then I've got an Ikaron that I got from when I worked at a movie theater. Sorry, that's my cat. And then a whitewashed America Chavez Funko because I got a misprint. I got refunded and I got a new one, but I have my misprint on my shelf from when she was whitewashed. And then we have a Ginny Weasley. I don't really like JKR, but I need a bookend. But yeah, that was my bookshelf tutorial. I've also got a painting that I made, and it goes around in my fantasy section because it's like a fantasy painting. But yeah, if you liked this crazy rushed video that I took right after taking my sleep meds, then subscribe because I will definitely be not taking sleep meds before making any of our videos. Bye!